Hello, this is Always Movie Madness, and I'm going to be doing a movie review on Speed 2 Cruise Control. This movie is not good. It's really bad. Mainly because it doesn't have an interesting storyline. Now, it takes place after the first movie left off. You have Annie, and she is with her new boyfriend Alex because apparently her and Jack Traven broke up, and she decided to take him on this cruise ship for a vacation. But then she finds out that the cruise ship is getting hijacked by this guy named John Geener. And it's up to Annie and Alex to take down John Geener and save everyone that's on the ship. And that's basically the plot of the movie. It's not that interesting. The performances are just not that interesting. Sandra Bullock comes back as Annie, and her performance in this movie cannot be more dull and uninteresting than it is in this film. It feels like Sandra Bullock couldn't give less of a shit. She was just going through the motions. She just wanted to get this movie over with. But the character Anna is just not that interesting. Annie, as a character, is just so bland. And she had a character arc in the first movie. But in this one, it's not... Her character is not that interesting. She's dull and bland. I don't have much to say about her. The actor who played their husband, Alexis, is so bland. It feels like he doesn't really give lots of a crap because he doesn't hold a candle to Keanu Reeves' performance as Jack Traven because that character was a lot more interesting. Again, Alex is a character bland, boring, not interesting. The romance between the two characters is not that interesting. You don't care about their relationship. But I get the standout performance. The only actor I found really, really funny is Dafoe. Willem Dafoe played the villain John Geener, and his performance is probably the best performance in the film because Dafoe is out of fucking control. He just hams it up. He's overacting, and I love it so much. That's how good his performance is. The performance is really funny. That's nothing compared to the character of John Geener. This guy is a fucking weirdo. What he does in this movie just is so utterly stupid to the point that's funny. He had a weird obsession with golf clubs because he enjoys golfing. There's a hilarious scene where John Geener's like sunbathing. He puts leeches on his chest, which is so gross, but it's so funny. It's like, it just shows how unstable this character is because no one is dumb enough to sunbathe with leeches. Those little things that suck your blood from your body. Like, why would anyone want to sunbathe with leeches? But Dafoe just makes it really funny. You can tell he was the only actor that was having the time of his life. And to be honest, if you really think about this, you could say he's actually playing Joker, a comic accurate Joker from probably the 60s Batman TV show. That's how I interpret Willem Dafoe's performance. But even when he laughs his head off, like, there are several scenes of John just laughing his head off, and I'm like, yeah, that's Joker. And it just shows how fun and over the top Willem Dafoe is. Yes, it's a terrible performance when you compare his performance in this film to his performance in The Lighthouse from 2019. It is a horrible performance, but when you look at it in the movie's context, it is so fucking hilarious. What else? He laughs a lot. The way he dies is just completely over the top. The helicopter explodes, and before John dies, he laughs like the Joker, and I'm like, that is perfect casting. Seriously, I can talk all day about why I think Dafoe is the best thing in this entire film. But moving away from Willem Dafoe, the worst thing in this movie is the directing, which is weird because this is the director from the first Speed movie, so you'll think he'll know what he's doing, and he really does it. For some reason, he set this on a cruise ship, which is really stupid. Um, he doesn't really develop the characters. I will give Craig, he does make a decent Joker in this film in terms of like the idea of Willem Dafoe playing Joker is explored really well. Not in the film itself, but again, just because of Dafoe's over the top performance. It makes you think, wow, this guy should direct a really cheesy Batman movie with Willem Dafoe as Joker. But yeah. Aside from that, he doesn't really do anything. The vehicle he picked, a cruise ship is really slow. It doesn't go fast. It doesn't make any sense. I think it would have been better if they set this on like a bullet train, like those really fast trains in Japan. I think that would have been a lot better. But you could still have Willem Dafoe being over the top as John Giener. And I think the biggest problem with this movie, besides the bad dialogue, well, the bad dialogue from the main two actors, all the dialogue from Willem Dafoe is like a 10 out of 10, is because he's a tremendous actor. But getting back to the thing that ruins it, there's no Keanu Reeves. That is my biggest problem. Though I am kind of happy that he's not in it because he looked at the script and he's like, yeah, I'm not doing that. Which, that is probably good on his part, so he doesn't fumble his career. But in conclusion, this movie is really bad, but at the same time, it's hilariously bad. The storyline is ridiculous, the acting is ridiculous, but Willem Dafoe is the best part of the movie as John Giener. John Giener is completely over the top, he hams it up the entire time. Most of his lines and some of the stuff that Dafoe does in this movie is so weird as fuck. I mean, it's not as weird as Tom Hardy shitting his pants in Capone. I think that is way weirder and kind of gross in a way, but it works for that film. Although we have the Green Goblin just sunbathing on a cruise ship with leeches on his chest and he treats them as like his pets. That is a whole level of what the fuck is wrong with you. Levels of why would you do something that stupid. But again, Dafoe just kind of redeems this movie. Now, objectively, I do give this a 1 out of 10 because it ruined the movie Speed because this was made by the same director. I wouldn't say it ruined the movie itself, it just ruined the potential the sequel has. But I do give it a 10 out of 10 only because of Willem Dafoe's hammy and ridiculous but really fun performance as John Giener. So that is my review on Speed 2 Cruise Control. I hope you guys enjoyed.